Luke and Naomi.
Okay, almost.
Almost. You're still missing a piece there.
I am. I know.
There
I know.
you
I was waiting to do that one with some dramatic flair. All right. Welcome in. This is got to sound really stupid to people who just listen to the audio podcast, but
They're like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah,
Why are we all excited?
if you pop up the YouTube channel, you'll see because it's just
You
clunky
haven't
as all hell. I
gotten
guess
your groove yet.
it's I need an extra arm.
I
Is
can't
really
help
what
you
I need
there.
because I'm not gonna turn the mics on first, and then.
Why not?
Because, occasionally we'll look at each other and say something stupid or cuss a little bit or something like that,
I think that's why you should turn the mics on first.
The behind the scenes is a lot more hardcore than I think anybody really wants to see.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
So, all right. Welcome in. It's episode 137. We're back after a weird hiatus.
An unexpected hiatus.
Unexpected.
Well, I mean, it was expected, but last minute. So.
Really weird. Yeah.
It was different. We really weren't expecting the
Been a
family
couple
to
of
come
weeks,
to town.
so
Yeah.
we'll get back into the groove.
We shall see.
All right. Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Right. You could have flop sweat going. You can start turning red and all that stuff. It's been a couple of weeks, right? So,
It is.
yeah. If
We're rusty.
If you didn't catch last episode, we were talking about how all of a sudden, one day, hours apart.
On a Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, barely afternoon. Luke's mom texts and says, "Hey, I'm gonna come down that weekend."
Hours apart.
Yep. And then my mom calls hours later and goes, "Hey, can we come down this weekend?" We would have had everybody over at the same time.
We could have gotten it over with too. Not that there was anything wrong with the visit, but man, I'm now exhausted. 2 straight weeks of visits was a lot.
After a weekend of your birthday celebrations and then a weekend of my birthday celebrations, we have been going for a month now. Like,
Yeah.
I just need something normal. I need a schedule.
Well, how about this?
This helps.
This is good. We're
Yes.
live on the YouTube and recording episode 137.
That's right.
So
We're getting somewhere.
we've got my mom's watching. She says, "Well, we miss you. The moms miss us already. We miss you guys too. I mean,
We
it's
do.
not."
It's not like a hit that like, oh, we didn't want you to come down or
I know,
anything
it's so
like
much
that.
fun.
We absolutely had a great time. We are just mentally and physically exhausted from going out to eat
That's
like
it, just
every
going out to
single
eat.
day, and again, no schedule, no routine. Like I'm pretty sure that I get up and go to bed at a different time every single night, and I'm back at work, and I'm still doing that. Like,
It was a hell of
It's
a
not
lot of
good.
fun.
Yeah.
It really. I mean, we ate. I think we repeated one restaurant once,
once. Yep.
and that was just for fun. And we did so much Azalea Fest during the Azalea Fest here in Wilmington, which is always so much fun with the local bands and the whole not Cargo District because it's the Brooklyn Arts District.
There you go.
And
Different
all of
district.
that stuff. You can see pictures, by the way, if you're not following on the socials. Luke and Naomi on air everywhere. We got pictures and all of that stuff up there for you to check out. And
We will have updated information on our website too, lukeandnaomi.com. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
And we had a lot of fun, of course, overall. But one of the days we were over in the Cargo District. Now I have the correct district. Took a picture of my mom in front of the Queen Street sign.
That's right.
And now she's Wilmington famous, as we like to say. You can check out that picture up on everything. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. I haven't put it on the TikTok yet, but
It's coming.
it's coming for sure. ILM famous. Cargo District said, "We love that picture.
Can we use it?
You got to let us use
Absolutely.
it." So check that out because it's really, really funny. So that was, I mean, I don't know. There was so much going on.
There was. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. I'm mentally exhausted. I really
You don't
am.
even remember what all we did, do you?
No, because it all blurs together.
I would
you
ask
know?
you, if you had a favorite meal or a favorite thing we did or whatever. But there was so much. I don't even know. Not even positive.
I can't. Yeah, because after that, then my parents came into town. They left on,
A day. They left in a day.
I don't even
I
remember.
have no clue.
Oh, like sometime last week they left. But it was great having them in town. They haven't been in Wilmington
Yeah.
since 2022.
Yeah, late 22. So
Yeah, so it's been a while.
long time coming.
And it was fantastic. They were so excited because as they were driving down, it just kept getting greener and greener and greener. And then they get here and they're like, it's like summer here. It's 80 degrees. The flowers, the trees are all in full bloom, everything. And then while they were here that Sunday, it snowed. Like on them in
Michigan, not here. Not here.
No, gosh, no. Sorry, I was not clear about that.
Yes.
No, we don't do the snow
While they
here.
were here, it snowed. That's kind of what you said.
I
so
guess so, yeah.
No, not here. Definitely not here. Not in April.
No.
Absolutely not. It snowed in Michigan.
Yeah, but
which
that's
was a lot
what
of
they
fun.
would normally be dealing with, you know. So, again, I told you
Got
I'm
me all riled up.
rusty. It's
Not
been
here.
a while.
I'm ready to get violent after thinking
I
about
know.
snow here in April. No way.
How
That's
dare I?
why we're here. So
Yeah.
anyway, lots of stuff going on. One of the more funny, I think the funniest thing that happened the whole time is so Naomi's parents drove down. My folks flew down. My mom and my stepdad. My stepdad we affectionately refer to as Bitchin' Dan because
Yes.
all my friends, Dan's pretty bitchin', so we're calling him Bitchin' Dan. But he's got a new nickname now because not only on the way down here, but on the way back, I don't know what it is. The man doesn't look treacherous. That's not the word I'm looking for. He doesn't look dangerous. He doesn't
Suspicious?
look threatening, suspicious whatsoever.
Threatening is probably the way to go with that, yeah.
But I believe on the way down was not the first time it had happened to him. He gets pulled out of line and the single pat down, and this is confirmed, by the way. It's not made up. They said you seem to have something in your crotchal region.
You have something in your pants.
There's something in your pants, and he's like, yeah, I know. Ha ha ha! All the jokes, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
no, they had to pat him down and very
aggressively,
and very intimately.
thorough.
Not like rubber glove thorough. That's not that bad, right? So, ha ha ha, it's a joke we're making the whole time he's here and all of that stuff.
It was funny.
And then, on the way home, we're like, hey, good luck, don't get patted down. We get a call when they got home. And guess what happened?
Guess what happened? Yeah.
So we're changing Dan's nickname from Bitchin' Dan to Big Dong Dan because it's just something's going on there.
Listen,
man.
I am not calling him that. I don't even like calling him Bitchin' Dan because I just, I don't know. I'm not calling him that second name. That is not happening.
Absolutely.
No.
So that's the new name. Congratulations to Big Dong Dan. Sorry that the TSA keeps touching your package. I don't know why. Again, not a threatening looking dude.
He really isn't. I don't.
I mean, maybe he can be. He's got the handlebar and all that
The
stuff.
only thing that I can think of is that maybe he resembles somebody that's on their top 50 wanted, and they're like, hey, if somebody that even looks like this comes by, you have to pat them down because it just may be this bad guy or drug lord or something.
So all the jokes,
yeah.
all the jokes possible. We exhausted them while they were here. And so now the man's got a new nickname. Congratulations. This is my favorite
Move
thing.
on.
My absolute favorite part of their visit, I believe. So there you go. All right. It has been a few minutes, but I'm Luke Austin. That's Naomi Lynn. We've got a review coming up of A Bronx Tale. Naomi does dig the mobster movies, the mob movies. So we've got another one for her, 1993, of course. Some really famous scenes in this one. Can't wait to see what Naomi thinks of it. We'll break it down when we get done with the review. Again, if you've seen it, relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, should you check it out?
I'll let you know.
I got a feeling she's going to say yes in just a little bit. But first, we've got to get to your recurrent dose of Did You Know? I got some random facts for episode 1. What did I say this was? 137?
I have no idea.
It's 137. All right, let's get to it. Did you know eating a high amount of garlic, 12 grams or more, can make men's body odor like armpit sweat smell more attractive and less intense and not garlicky? I just don't believe it.
What happens to a woman who eats that amount of garlic?
It just smells like you ate a lot of garlic. Because
And you stink up the car.
Naomi has a habit of 3 or 4 beers and a whole lot of garlic.
I just think, oh, you know what? More garlic on some fries. That'll be a good idea. Although I after the last time, I don't ever want to do that again. That was way too much garlic.
We'll see. I don't know what it is about, and it's not like, I don't know. It's not like you ever talk, oh, I love garlic like that. I mean, not everybody loves garlic. We love garlic. We know that. But this came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it's like a couple of beers, get home, and
I was making fully loaded fries.
Three fingers in the jar.
No, I was making fully loaded fries. And so I had all the fries, and then I put like cheese and bacon on top. And then I put minced garlic on top because I was like, oh, I want this to be really garlicky.
All of it.
So much garlic.
So much. Anyway, it does not make, Naomi smell more attractive, just more like garlic, which is nice. But anyway, there's another person here that says, my boyfriend loves garlic. He made garlic oil and spreads and ate it damn near every meal for 2 weeks. He did not smell more attractive. How about that? Did you know the average American will supposedly eat 35,000 cookies in their lifetime?
I believe it.
It's a hell of a lot more for me. My favorite Muppet is like a Cookie Monster, so all of
fitting.
That. Yeah, it is. It is fitting. Did you know that there's a McBoat, McDonald's location in Germany, which has a boat through, like kayak through? Did you know that?
No.
You're just not surprised.
No.
You've got that like. Of course there is. Look.
Well, I mean, it's McDonald's. Like, of course.
So they've got the float through. You paddle up to a dock, place your order, and it's brought out to you by one of the staff.
Whatever.
Did you know the Luna moth? You've seen some Luna moths before,
yes, I
right?
have. They're very pretty.
And by the way, it's Luna. There's no R.
Oh, I thought it was a lunar moth.
A lot of people call them the lunar moths,
Yeah.
and I get why, but it's the Luna moth. And then did you know they only survive 6 or 7 days once reaching adulthood?
Aw.
Because it has no mouth and dies of starvation. It's kind of, nature's cruel, isn't it?
I was just going to say that. Nature is cruel.
Absolutely.
That's awful.
Their sole purpose in life is to reproduce, which is why, you don't see them like crazy all the time. And we got one more here. Did you know the largest beaver dam on Earth is located in Wood Buffalo National Park, Canada? Of course, it's in Canada.
Yeah, makes sense.
Any guesses how big?
No.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of a stupid thing to ask you to guess about. It's more than 2,600 feet long, which is half a mile, with a perimeter of more than 6,500 feet. And there's video on it if you want to check it out on YouTube and stuff like that. I want to go in it. It's got to be big enough you can fit in there. I know the construction of beaver dams has always fascinated me.
It's cool, but I'm not that curious. I'm not going in there.
Yeah. You know what? One more for a bonus. Did you know in the United States you're twice as likely to die from your pajamas catching fire than from Ebola during your lifetime?
Huh.
Yeah. So remember back. Oh, wait, that is your recurrent dose of Did You Know? Sorry. Some random facts for 137.
We're going to talk more about Ebola?
No.
Okay. That's where I thought you were going.
No, I was actually going to.
Back in,
I was going to go back to McDonald's on this.
Oh.
Remember back in the day, was it the 80s or 90s, and that lady sued McDonald's because the coffee was too hot?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that whole story. And everybody tried to make her look really bad, but it was actually really, really, really bad hot coffee that gave her like 3rd-degree burns and stuff.
Yeah, in her lap.
Yeah, and it like spilled.
Yeah.
Not that she drank coffee that was too hot and like burned her tongue or something.
Yeah, absolutely. She was vilified. It was terrible and all that stuff. But there's a new coffee-related lawsuit that's going down, this time targeting Trader Joe's. A class action lawsuit alleges that Trader Joe's sold customers coffee with, quote, significantly less caffeine than expected. I don't know how do you discover that?
Huh.
Like, hey,
Someone
man.
was like, hey, this coffee doesn't work, so they took it to a lab and tested it.
I wasn't flying today, so you didn't do it right. Like, you can build a tolerance, I'm sure, to caffeine, right? Can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure you have. You love the Death Wish coffee with all that caffeine in it. So
I'm starting to get used to that, too.
I guess you're not going to want to try Trader Joe's branded French roast low acid whole bean coffee. It apparently has half the caffeine of typical coffee blends. Doesn't mention anything about being reduced caffeine on the container, though. And that's the world we live in.
Okay.
They do have other decaf coffees, which are marked, but this isn't decaf. It's just not full-on caffeine. The complaint says it is so common that it is now cliche that coffee drinkers depend on the caffeine contained therein to provide them with the energy they need to get through the day. Take a walk. Get some exercise. That'll get you the energy you need. Eat some broccoli. I mean, for real. It continues. The amount of caffeine does affect a consumer's purchasing decision. The suit is seeking unspecified damages, and they also want the misleading product to be removed from shelves. Trader Joe's hasn't commented.
I don't think it's misleading, but I don't know. I would be kind of bummed out if I bought this coffee and like felt
Would you
no
notice
difference. I would probably think it was like today, where I was just like, "Hey, my coffee isn't working. I'm still tired."
And then
But if
just
it kept happening, I would be like, "Hey, this coffee just isn't as strong as the other coffee. I don't want this anymore."
This is such a weird one for me because I can't imagine noticing, first of all. Like, I just can't. And if you've been listening long enough, I've only been drinking coffee since 2019 when we first started Luke and Naomi in the morning back in Roswell. And Naomi was like, you have to. And, yes, it definitely perked me up. But, like, to get me through the day, I feel like we take coffee way too seriously in this country.
Yeah, sure. I
in
believe
the world,
we do.
maybe,
But if I bought coffee, I am buying it for the caffeine. Caffeine first,
Yes.
flavor second.
Okay.
So if I bought it and I didn't feel any effect, I didn't feel a little bit more perked up in the morning, I would be a little bummed out. Again, if it happened once, I'd be like, maybe I'm just super, super tired today. But the more I drank it, if I still didn't have that pick-me-up feeling, I would be bummed out. But probably wouldn't go as far as a lawsuit. I'd probably just not buy that coffee again.
I'm not sure I notice it anymore.
What, if you have coffee and you don't have coffee?
Like, when I drink coffee, I'm not sure I notice the boost.
So
anymore.
tomorrow, just don't drink coffee and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
I have.
I was going to say, you'll notice a difference.
There's been days where I, poured my coffee and didn't get to it at all. And it's just gone cold and I never touched it because it's not, I feel like I could just stop drinking coffee tomorrow. It just wouldn't matter.
I wish I could.
Maybe it's because I started later and so I know the other side or what have you. But I mean, I'm not saying that I don't ever feel energized or perked up or what have you.
We've had a couple mornings where we didn't do coffee on a Sunday and I notice a difference. And it's like, I can't wait to have my coffee tomorrow. I need that.
Yeah, see, I don't when we do those days. It's not like, drag,
Okay. Now we know.
Crazy, right?
Now we know.
I could just stop altogether.
Again, I don't think it's as far enough for needing a lawsuit. Should Trader Joe's put it somewhere on the packaging? Well, it would be helpful for those like me. But for you, it
just wouldn't matter.
It'd be better that they didn't, because otherwise, you wouldn't buy it, I wouldn't buy it.
My question is, I wonder if Trader Joe's even knew. It's like, hey, we didn't label it.
Or even if they cared.
We didn't realize, and we didn't think you cared that hard. Speed freaks. Caffeine people. I love it. But seriously, we get so serious. Don't talk to me until I've drank my coffee. What kind of shit is that? Antisocial nonsense. All right.
Is that the hill you're going to die on over there?
I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is. 10 things from the 2000s that are collectible now.
There you go.
If you've been cleaning out the closet and stuff. And I pulled this because Naomi's dad, my father-in-law, is just super obsessed with Legos, and I love it because we get all kinds of Lego gifts and things like that.
We bought Legos while they were here.
Yeah, I got a display case for all of the minifigs that I have because of all the Legos that my in-laws have bought for me. And it's awesome. But if you have some Lego sets from the 2000s or, earlier than that, of course, and you've got all the minifigs too, specifically, you can make yourself some money.
Yeah,
there is a ton of things from the 2000s that are now considered collectible because that's how freaking long ago the 2000s. Yeah, I know.
Don't
it's painful.
Say that.
It really is.
Don't say that.
That's what time is what makes it collectible. So I've got this list and I love it. Because Lego sets is one of the things, not shocking, but you may not think about the old ones in the basement worth something. I went home a couple of years ago to get some Lego stuff because I was like, oh man, if I have, certain things, only to find my nephew had just taken all the heads off of every Lego figure and just scattered them to the ends of the earth.
We don't need these.
Absolutely loved it. Loved it. Tour merchandise. We got t-shirts, jackets, and other stuff from bands and artists from the 2000s. Think Pearl Jam stuff or, you got you rocking a T-shirt from Destiny's Child from way back in the day or something like that, any kind of stuff like that could be worth it, especially if somebody's passed or the band's broken up or what have you.
Right.
iPhones apparently are fetching prices nowadays. You got the OG iPhone in the drawer somewhere. You can get some money for that because people just want it for collectibles. I know it's weird, right? Your face just says it all right there. You do know your face is on camera, right? So disapproving. Such a scolding look.
Is that what it looks like?
Almost. I get that look sometimes. And it's like, hey, look at my Amazon list. See, same one. iPods is another one. Believe it or not, the kids these days think old iPods are super hip. And, of course, they stopped making them all together. Yeah, you really don't. You don't remember when we talked about this once in 2020?
Listen, I live under a rock for movies and for everything else, too.
And for everything else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that iPods, they discontinued them at some point because the iPhone has all that capability now and whatnot. So
there's no point to an iPad or iPod anymore.
Yeah, gaming consoles. You got a Nintendo 64 sitting around with all the cords and it still works and whatnot. Some people will pay money for that, for real.
I would pay money for like an old like Super Nintendo.
Would you?
Yeah. I know that you can get like all those games on the new systems or whatever, but something about just having the old school system, the old school games, and the old school controller and playing that way is the way it's meant to be.
So the 64 specifically, because I don't believe they produce as many of those as, say, the Super Nintendo, because I think they just stopped making it at some point, or maybe I'm thinking of GameCube. Anyway, if you got that one specifically. First editions of anything, that's universal. It doesn't matter what decade we're talking about, but like the Harry Potter books, especially the original run of Harry Potter books, which I wonder if there's a couple of those floating around my family somewhere. I know my sister was super into those. As usual, the real money, though, the mint condition copies. But any original first run, of course, is cool. People love those. Pokemon cards, I think we know, right? Do you want me to explain? Tamagotchi. How about this? We watched the Malcolm in the Middle reboot the other day with Naomi's family when they were here. Loved it. First of all, by the way, it's 4 episodes. The nostalgia's there. It's great. It's crazy.
Fantastic.
It's just as crazy as the show. So then we got going, all right, well, let's watch the OG show. So we put that on. And in one of the first few episodes, Malcolm stops in the doorway, turns around, he's got a backpack on. And attached to that backpack is a Tamagotchi or Nano Pet. You never know. But it was just like, that was what my backpack looked like at one point. So you got one of those lying around. Those are big. DVDs, physical media booming again. The interest in CDs, vinyl LPs, Blu-rays, and DVDs, all leading the way. Everyone has an old copy of The Matrix, but the less common titles and box sets may be sought after. You got the dual VHS copy of JFK, 2 VHS tapes. Imagine that.
Wow.
And it was so long.
It's like
VHS,
Titanic.
VHS specifically is the last one on the list because you can't even find the players that much anymore.
Makes sense.
Yeah. What was there? Was Titanic. There was JFK. And there's like one other big one that I'm thinking of that was definitely 2 VHS. But anyway, I digress. If you've got those and they're in good condition, you can make yourself a couple of bucks. Soft spot for late 90s, early 2000s. Gen Zers, I guess, are all flocking to this stuff, which is kind of neat.
It's cool.
You need me for something. I'm looking and I don't think any of the DVDs we have are, would be anything like that. But my dad has a box or 2 of old VHS tapes, and I bet you there's something in there. I bet you. Speaking of dumbassery.
Nice segue there.
I love this. I love the goofy things. So if somebody asked a bunch of teachers, what's the craziest things your kids have said? And so I've got a quick list.
Oh, this is going to be good.
One of those is not, I really want to watch Titanic on VHS.
No? That didn't make the list?
I didn't see the whole list. But anyway, teacher was explaining how dangerous UV rays are in sunlight, and a student asked, if the sun is so dangerous, why do we build it?
I really give it up for teachers because I don't think I could handle that on a daily basis. I think some days when my patience is really thin, that I'm reminded that I was not meant to be a teacher.
There is the that nurturing thing that some teachers have that you need, especially in a
yes.
situation like this.
Why did we build it? I don't know.
We have
because we're stupid.
Handful of teachers in our life that we know, and it's just you can see the exhaustion in them.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. Students said that having a baby boy or girl was determined by whether or not they had an innie or outie.
I like the creativity.
It's like the chocolate milk brown cows thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. A teacher asked what year it was, and she heard 2008, 2012, 1985, and 2020. Then a student asked if she was allowed to look it up on her phone. I want to be these kids nowadays because, like, listen, it doesn't matter what year it is. I don't care.
No, but you should know what year it is.
That's great. Oh, I hope the follow-up was who's the president? Because, like, would you even know? A professor called out a student for turning in a paper she hadn't written, so the student emailed the professor and CC'd the dean. Said it was hers because she paid her own money to have it written. So many things I could say. There was like 3 kids in my senior class that just professionally wrote essays for all of senior year. So,
yeah.
Capitalism.
But you don't rat them out.
It's entrepreneurial spirit. It doesn't sound like the girl ratted the person out. She just said, I paid my own money to have it written. Paul Moore, you got to tell me what you think about that. Oh,
just out of curiosity.
Paul has the hardest time with AI papers being turned in constantly, so he's got to love that. But I paid my own money.
That, teachers with the AI stuff and all of that, I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't even begin to try to process that. One of my favorite things was when I was working in property management, somebody had sent me an email, and I don't even remember what it was, if it was they were trying to, ask about lowering their rent or whatever it was, something. But at the bottom, it had where like you tell Chat GPT like, hey, can you do this and make it sound professional? And it leaves that little line saying, does this work for you? Or add more.
If you want, I can make it sound like this.
Yeah, that was in there at the bottom. And I was like,
the screenshots.
Dude.
I remember.
Just call me, let's have a conversation about this.
The first time I started writing papers, and citing works and things like that,
yeah.
I copied and pasted like a paragraph from something, and like the link was in there. My teacher was like, "This is exactly what we're talking about. You can't do." And I'm like, "I didn't mean to leave the link in there."
I meant to get rid of that.
I mean, I'm not in college here. I think this was 6th grade, maybe something like that. But anyway,
still.
All right, let's see. What do we got? A student found his teacher's master's thesis and tried to turn parts of it back into him verbatim.
That sounds like he was just trying to pull one over.
Well,
like, will he notice?
Yeah, right? Just trying to test you or something like that. Boy in high school thought the male member was the end of the intestines. Like, if you lay them out end to end, that's where it comes out. Love this. This is so worth it. I'm sorry that I did not proofread this either, but high school boy.
I got nothing.
All right. One more here. Teacher was going over World War II. A girl raised her hand and asked, completely serious, wait, England isn't a state in the United States? Because we won the war against them, right? So that's what England did, was take, you beat somebody in a war, you take their... That's wonderful. What a great list. Oh,
those
I
last
love that.
2, I need a moment.
Now on to some high schoolers being cool, I guess, depending on how you view the Wienermobile.
What?
Some kids got the Wienermobile to take them to prom.
Oh, okay. That's unique. That's fun.
That's kind of neat, right? I feel like we may hear this story every couple of years, or maybe it's the first time it's ever happened or something like that. I don't. It just seems weird to say we both had our experiences with the Wienermobile. Right? Doesn't that hit the ear weird?
It does.
It does a little bit, yeah. But we have. You've seen the Wienermobile, right? Up close and personal. You have not?
No.
I thought you did when like in Utica or Michigan or something like that. You never got up close and personal with the
Nope.
Wienermobile.
Never seen it.
All right. Well, I have.
I know you have.
Inside and out. Got a weenie whistle. The whole 9. It was great. They were giving away free bacon, too. I missed out on that. If you ever see the Wienermobile, they're giving out free stuff the whole time.
Is the steering wheel an onion ring?
It is not, sadly, because of, that pesky Highway Transportation Safety Association.
Well, I meant like shaped like an onion ring, not an actual onion ring like Ned Flanders says on The Simpsons.
Yes, which would be super cool.
It should be shaped like one at least. Or like
throw pillows that are pickles or something like that. So,
Yeah.
no, it's really boring on the inside. It's very much just a
That's
bus.
disappointing.
I know you expect like a whole grill setup, more of an RV look. It's more of like a bus setup. So I mean, it's really just the outside. That's awesome.
Okay.
But nonetheless, getting chauffeured to prom in the Wienermobile
Is not a bad.
it's definitely a flex, I think.
Yeah, not a bad ride.
I mean, I don't care who you are and how cynical you are. People show up to the prom in the Wienermobile. It's like, hey!
First of all, I'm asking, how do you get the connections?
That's
Who
right.
do you know to be able to do this?
So one of these 6 Wienermobiles, if you don't know, there are 6, and they travel the country.
I didn't. I assumed there was one.
They travel all in regions.
Okay.
And so they have the forget what the ambassadors are called, the hot doggers that they and I mean these kids are just awesome. The ones I met last year, the year before when they were here in Wilmington, really just entertaining.
Nice.
Entertaining is the way I want to put it. So it's so that you can do that and all that.
I
stuff.
mean, you have to be a character to be driving the Wienermobile around your region, and
And they give you you have to have a nickname. I believe it was Corn Dog Colin, and I can't remember the other one, but it's like
Corn Dog Colin.
or maybe it was Corn Dog Kate, and the kid I can't even remember, but it was Corn Dog something, and I believe the other name was worse. Like,
Oh, okay.
it really,
That's promising.
it's worse. So anyway, I'm way off track here, but some students from Seaman High School in Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, spotted the Wienermobile at a NASCAR pre-race celebration out there in Topeka. And they were at Sonic and stopped for photos. Then they got talking. And because the people who drive the car are very friendly and outgoing and entertaining, they told them the prom was coming up the next day. So they asked if they could rent the Wienermobile to take them to the entrance, to make their entrance. And they were expecting a no, of course. But the driver, Maggie Dawson, they don't have her Oscar Mayer name here.
What?
Come on. That's a fail. She's a brand ambassador, checked the schedule, and said yes, she'd give them a ride. So that's like they will be in an area and hang out. I remember when the kids were here, we were asking them what they were doing. They checked out the beach. They did Jungle Rapids and a whole bunch of stuff. So
Checking out the beach and the Wienermobile is there. A beautiful sunset over the water. Wienermobile.
How great is that, right? So she did have to check with her bosses at Oscar Mayer, but they agreed to do it for free for the kids. So
that's cool.
Not even a rental thing, right? Maggie, the hot dogger, said, and I'm trying to think like, what's an M word?
I was going mayonnaise, but I was like, I don't want that on a hot dog.
That's great.
First thing that came to mind. Mustard! What the hell is the matter with us?
It's probably Mustard Maggie or something like that, I imagine. And again, they're not very cerebral, these names, right? So Mustard Maggie is probably... Hey, listen, thinking's hard. It's been a couple weeks, too. So Mustard Maggie said, it's such a special thing for me being the steward that gets to bring them there. So I can't even imagine what kind of happiness it's going to bring. So how about that?
It's a cute story.
Yeah, it really is. So that got me thinking, what would be your dream vehicle to be chauffeured to the prom in? And I mean, everybody wants like a big Hummer limo, stretch limo type thing like that. But if it's not the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile...
I want a limo. I've never been in a limo. Like, I want that experience.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So I want to take the limo to prom. I know,
good answer.
The worst answer there. But I'm not going to prom on the back of a motorcycle and getting my hair and dress all messed up or anything like that. What else would you show up to prom in?
I was trying to think, and like the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo.
Oh. That's clever.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, and so
I guess I didn't put enough thought into this.
You absolutely did not. A limo!
Shut up.
I was thinking, I go right to TV and of course you gotta go to pop
See,
culture. I mean,
that's my
Wienermobile.
problem. I don't.
You don't know enough stuff.
Yeah, I don't know enough stuff.
The under a rock of it
Yeah.
all, right? So, if you got a crew going to prom, like it'd be fun to all pour out of the mystery machine,
Yeah, that's
smoke
a good
and all.
one.
The
That
A-team,
sounds about right.
the A-team van would be another cool one. A bunch of guys going stag would be awesome showing up in the A-team van. Do you not know what the A-team van looks like? Black with the orange stripe and it's a little jacked up.
No.
Oh my!
I just know Mr. T is a part of that group.
The Mach 5, if you can make that happen somehow. Knight Rider. Of course, the DeLorean from Back to the Future. But then
There you go.
You're not
That's-
getting chauffeured, so you got to drive that yourself. But still,
Yeah.
I do like the mystery machine.
I think that's the best answer there. It really is.
It's a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
Or every single car from Dazed and Confused, which that's coming up soon. It's about to be end of school, so we're gonna watch Dazed and Confused soon for Naomi's first time checking that out. So you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
when
Can I
say
take
that.
Sonny's car then from our movie we just watched?
You sure can.
Okay, that's
You
my
can.
answer
Yeah, it's
now. I don't know what it was.
it's a caddy.
It's nice looking though.
Yeah, Coupe de Ville maybe. Anyway, speaking of which, I think it's time that we stop yapping about nonsense and get to it. How about it?
Sounds fair.
All right, I gotta remember what button to press here. How about this? I did it.
I was kind of hoping that you'd do the Homer sound effect instead.
I can do this.
Get to the chopper!
See what you get. It is.
We don't need that anymore. Will you get rid of it?
No, and there's a reason that I haven't. That's the reason. The face you made, when you make that face, that's the reason. All right, let's do it. It is time. Let's go from laughing like a jackass to talking about serious mob movie stuff and growing up and making right decisions.
Yeah, all serious.
All serious. Naomi's
Yeah.
Under a Rock review of 1993's A Bronx Tale. Take it away.
I need some help to start though, because
Because you can't say Calogero, can you?
is that what it is? I tried to spell it phonetically. I got Calogero. Oh, I did spell it phonetically. Calogero.
What did I tell you? Just call him C.
I do after that.
Yeah.
So the
she-
movie
she
starts with
stops
C.
and goes, "What is his name?" And I was like, "Okay, listen. He's gonna tell you why you can call him C in a little
I
bit."
listened to it so closely every time they said it. And we had the subtitles on, so I was looking at how it was spelt and trying to put this together in my mind, and I just could not. Again, tried to spell it phonetically, and I still looked at it and went, I don't know how to say this.
Calogero.
All right, so the movie starts with C.
Yes.
And that's what we call
Shout out,
him.
by the way, to TJ and Ben who got the answer correct on the Facebook page with the screenshot.
I didn't even see what screenshot you put up.
It was just of the neighborhood.
Oh,
and you
nice.
could see like the bar on the corner and all of that stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
shout out.
All right. So he's a young kid growing up in the Bronx. His dad, Robert De Niro, Lorenzo, is a bus driver in the city. C would ride the bus with his dad, then get dropped off at his stoop right outside his home. There, the kid, C, would watch these gangsters, these mobsters, and was intrigued by them. We meet all the characters that are close to Sonny, the main mob boss here.
Oh yeah, it's the awesome gangster name walkthrough.
Yeah.
You get a
Jimmy
scene-
Whispers.
Yeah, you get a scene like this in Goodfellas too, and
You get it in every movie.
almost every mob because you got to know
Yes.
everybody's names and
Yeah,
stuff like
even
that.
the ones that you don't need to know, like Coffee Cake. They kind of ruined Coffee Cake for me there.
For real, yeah.
I was really bummed
Yeah.
about that. I'll get over it though. Bobby Bars, because he spends so much time behind bars.
Yep.
So one day there's a shooting while C is on the stoop, and he sees the whole thing. His dad drags him inside, but then the police show up and want C to pick out the shooter in a lineup. The dad tells the police that his son didn't see anything and wouldn't be able to do that, but C kind of steps in and goes, no, I saw the whole thing. I can. Dumb kid.
Dumb kid.
Yeah. Hopefully he lies about what he saw. I mean, he's going to befriend these mobsters, right? Can't start the relationship by ratting on them. And he doesn't. As his dad puts it, he does a good thing for a bad man.
There you go.
I liked that line.
Yeah.
To show his appreciation, Sonny has Whispers offer Lorenzo a job running numbers, but Lorenzo declines. Says it's not for him. In the meantime, C is feeling guilty about lying about witnessing the murder, and so he goes to confession. He confesses about lying. The priest tries to get him to tell him what actually happened, but he's sticking to his guns, and he tells the priest,
scene.
I ain't telling nobody anything.
Did you write down what he says to the priest? Your guy may be bigger than mine up there, but down here, my guy's bigger than yours, Father.
Yeah.
The priest is like, okay. I know what you're talking about. No worries.
Yep. So later, Whisper comes over and tells C that Sonny wants to see him. Sonny and C have a nice conversation, and now C sneaks his way into the bar any chance he gets. He serves the mobsters coffee and drinks. They give him tips. It's actually like a cute little friendship there.
And,
dangerous, but cute.
And one of my favorite Simpsons episodes ever.
That's right. I did recognize all this from The Simpsons.
I was hoping you would. But the only thing missing is they changed out the songs. In The Simpsons, it's One Fine Day, and I forget what it is in this one.
It don't
I think
matter.
it's Sinatra in this one, which is even better.
So they shoot dice, and he gets to be part of the fun. He's making himself known with these mob guys. But then C's mom finds his stash of cash.
11 passes. 11 straight passes.
Anyway, C's mom finds his stash of cash. All the money he has won, has gotten from tips, all that. $600.
Yeah.
She shows the father. Lorenzo finds out Sonny and his buddies gave it to him, as tips and stuff, working for them. Lorenzo takes C over to the bar and tells him, and then him and Sonny fight it out. Not physically, But they do have a yelling match, and
Great
Lorenzo
scenes.
tells Sonny to stay away from his son, then tells his son to stay away from Sonny.
Great scenes between those two, Chaz Palminteri and Bob De Niro. Like when they go face to face, they're just awesome.
Well, when you think about it, too, you've got this guy, teaching your kids some not so good things. And you're the dad, and you're trying to be a dad, and this guy's kind of undermining you.
I mean, Sonny does tell, keep going to school and do all that stuff, and all that. I love when Bob De Niro's like, hey, listen, I don't step out of line and all that stuff. Stay away from my kid. I mean, he's got every right as the parent there, right?
He does, and
awesome.
I mean, it's kind of a weird situation because your kid's going to do what the kid's going to do,
Yeah.
And, I mean, he tells him to stay away from Sonny, and kid doesn't listen.
It's crazy.
Sonny
awesome
also
scenes.
doesn't listen either.
Of course.
Yeah. So Kid continues to work for Sonny and sneak away any chance he gets. He becomes friends with Sonny over the next couple of years. Sonny grows more well-known and powerful throughout the neighborhood. We do a flash forward a couple years later. C is still hanging around Sonny, taking advice from him. Honestly, at this point, again, like you were saying, where, Sonny's giving him some decent advice, stay in school and all of this kind of stuff.
Which Sonny brings up to Lorenzo, too, when he was like, hey, listen, man. He's like, I'm telling him to stay in school and do all these things. And he's just also teaching him how to shoot craps and, stuff.
I get it, but he's not around a good group either.
Of course not. Of course not, yeah.
I do like it, though, when there's a guy that owes C $20, and he's telling Sonny about it, and he's just like, I'm going to beat this guy or whatever, and Sonny's like, nah, it's a good thing. For $20, you can cut that guy out of your life. He's not going to bug you. He's not going to ask for more money. He'll keep his distance. It's actually pretty good, and it only costs you $20 compared to, if you have a fair weather friend who you end up spending thousands of dollars on or wasting years of your life. Like, it was a really,
just
really
putting
good...
up with this nonsense forever,
Yeah.
Excellent lesson, right?
Yeah, and Sonny's pretty smart. And again, it's that street smarts and, book smarts, I would say, between
Sonny's,
the dad and Sonny.
The two educations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonny's lessons in this are just the absolute best.
So C starts liking this girl, but it's the 60s, 70s, segregation, all that. And as he puts it in his Italian neighborhood, it's a no-no. But he walks Jane, that's her name, home from school one day, and they make plans to go to the movies. And then we have this awful scene made worse by a weird song choice. I think it's... It's the I love you song. Like, I've loved you. Oh, how I love you.
Yeah. It's Knights in White Satin. Yes, that's it.
Is that what it
Moody
is?
Blues, Knights in White Satin. Yes.
So
with
the song itself is not the worst
nailed
song
it, by the
ever.
way. I'm not singing Thought of the Day anymore. You have to now.
No, that's a one and done.
Perfect.
But that song playing while this scene is happening is the worst director choice. I'm sorry,
so?
Robert De Niro. This was a terrible decision.
I think it's heavy.
That song makes me think of I know the ad is newer, but it's like a Johnny Depp, cologne commercial. Talking about I've loved you and all of this stuff while you're beating up a bunch of people? Like, no.
Breathe deep.
No.
All right. So Naomi don't like the song choice there.
Terrible song choice there.
Yeah.
Awful.
Man, and his friends are just the worst.
They really
absolute worst. When they're little kids, they're the worst. When they're grown up, not grown up, but teenagers, they're the worst.
They don't get to grow up. Spoiler alert. But we'll get there. I saw my opportunity
Just
and I
crushed
took
that
it.
one. Yeah. Wow.
So we have these kids that are riding their bikes through the neighborhood, and C's friends decide to attack all of them because they're in the neighborhood. Really, really tough scene to watch. I would rather watch Sonny and his buddies beating up the bikers 100 times over, because at least the bikers, were being disrespectful. They got what they deserved. These kids were just riding their bikes.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Sonny makes a point to tell C to stop hanging out with these kids.
A couple of times.
That's when I'm like, okay, Sonny, I got your back at least a little bit.
A little
here.
bit, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he's not a horrible influence on C. He's just not.
No, he's not a horrible influence. He's not even a bad influence, but it's just, unfortunately, the company that he keeps, if C continued to hang out with Sonny and all of that stuff, it wasn't going to lead to anything good there either.
Definitely not.
So anyway, that beating up scene with the terrible music, again, not calling Moody Blues terrible. It's just a bad song choice for that scene.
The combination you don't like.
Yes. That incident ends up costing C more than he expected. Sonny lets C borrow his car for a date. When he goes to pick up Jane, she mentions that her brother was beat up in C's neighborhood. She calls her brother out, and he says, yep, that's him. That's the kid that beat me up. So now we've got a yelling match.
As you do when you're kids, Yeah.
We've got a yelling match. C tries to plead that it wasn't him, all this, and then he drops the N-word.
Yeah, loses his cool.
All over.
Lets it fly.
Yep. She's done with him, and rightfully so. C drops the car off to Sonny, who knows something happened, but C doesn't want to talk about it. His dad saw him driving Sonny's car, so when he gets home, his dad's super upset about that. Everything is falling apart at this point. Like, we have,
Unraveling.
Yes, unraveling is a great way to put that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. C ends up storming out, but Sonny and his buddies meet up with him and accuse of him taking the car somewhere else, not just out for his date. They say something was on the engine, but it didn't go off. Sounds like a bomb or something.
Yeah, that's safe to assume. That's what they meant.
Yeah. But Sonny accuses C of being behind it. Doesn't believe him when he says he just went to the school to pick up his date. Now Sonny is against him. His dad is against him. He really doesn't have anyone at this point.
Right.
Which, terrible timing, because guess what idiots show up next?
Here come the dum-dums.
Yep, friends pull up.
Why did we build the sun?
Yeah. I could see each one of them saying that.
Stupid
They're
kids.
looking to cause some trouble. So he decides to go with them, even though Sonny made it clear that they were bums. Half of them were going to end up in jail or killed. Guess what? It's going to be more than half.
Yeesh.
I mean, at this point, why not? He's got nowhere to go, nowhere to turn to. It's not going to end well.
He's 17, and now both of the two most important people in his life, he's had arguments or, whatever, confrontations.
The girl that he likes
plus
wants
that.
nothing to do with him now.
Yeah, now what? He's not going to just go sit in his room.
Right. I do feel bad for him, I do feel for him and believing that he's stuck, even though he's not. So the kids have the Molotov cocktails they've made. They're planning on causing a ruckus in the other neighborhood. Also,
Causing a ruckus. That's a choice of words.
yeah. That's what I wrote. Causing a ruckus.
I'm burning some shit down.
Yeah, same thing. Causing a ruckus, burning shit down. It's the same thing.
I suppose.
They're in a stolen car. So while they're on their way to this other neighborhood, Sonny and his crew stop the vehicle and pull C out of it. Lucky him.
Isn't
Nice
that like
save.
just one of the most satisfying, like best? You don't even know what's coming, and it's just like, thank God.
You know, it really is. Because, again, Sonny's like, I can't back out. You know, I'm in the car with the guys. I'm stuck, you know? And Sonny's his savior.
He says
savior.
it to Jane, something about, you know, they'll call me all the names and this stuff if I, you know, and whatever. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, yeah, that's the neighborhood. It's ridiculous.
As C and Sonny and the crew pull up to another bar, one of the guys lets C know that Jane was just looking for him. He's able to meet up with her. They make up and make out. And that's when he realizes he's got to stop his friends from their plan.
That's
I
when
put
he remembered.
friends in quotations there.
I like when
They're
she's
not
like,
friends.
you know, something about my brother. He's like, oh my God, your brother. We got to go.
Yeah. As him and Jane hop into their car, we see the trouble his so-called friends are getting into as they
Hold on.
throw the Molotov cocktails into buildings of this other neighborhood and start shooting up the place. Like, you're freaking kids. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're starting. Like, what the like, they get what's coming. They get what's coming.
They definitely do.
These kids are absolutely stupid. One of the men inside one of the burning buildings throws a Molotov cocktail back at the car that the kids are in, and he gets them good. Lights the rest of their stash on fire, and the car blows up with them inside. Terrible to think, I know, but I'm glad. I was.
I kind of saw that coming with all the things you've said alluding to the scene.
They
know,
don't
so
own
far.
the neighborhood, okay? And nobody was hurting them. You don't get to spread that kind of hate. And you drive up to a place and just start shooting and
Yeah,
burning
it's crazy.
things down.
Absolutely.
You get what's coming to you.
But
Anyway,
the
that's
good
not
part,
the point of the story.
the good part of that whole scene is when Calogero and Jane get into her car, he takes the keys and unlocks the door for her. And what's she do?
She slides over and unlocks the door for
She
him.
slides over and unlocks the door for him.
She passes the test.
She passes the test.
And not the test that his friends thought of.
And not the stupid idiot test. What was the friend Slick or whatever the hell? That was the when Sonny starts telling C about the test. He's like, "What?
No, that's not the
No,
test.
That's not the test." So
Yeah. So C is lucky that he wasn't in that vehicle, but it is a strong reminder there that, you know, the company you keep, it does say a lot there.
yeah,
Because if Sonny didn't stop him, he would have been in that car.
that's right.
Jane and C drive up to where the police have the road barricaded, and they start running to the crime scene. In that moment, C is grateful that he wasn't in that car or a part of what happened. He tells Jane he's got to go. He's got to see Sonny, and she tells him to go. Tear falls, like rolls down her cheek, which I thought was really weird. Like, I understand, like, you know, a lot of things just happen, but it's almost like she's angry and she's like, just go, you know,
Well,
whatever.
her whole neighborhood's getting ready to turn on him, and so she feels all of that. You know,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
just-
heavy ass moment right there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I felt like the scene was a little forced there
Okay.
with that, you know, where they were building up to, you could tell that it's a heavy scene, you know, that the guys are all yelling at C and telling him to leave and all of that. And when she's yelling, just go, it sounds like she's angry at him,
Right.
you know, which
Just angry, probably.
I guess, but the tear, I think, was just a little much, I guess. I don't know.
Now who's cynical?
I never said I wasn't. Okay. So the tear rolls down her cheek. Thought that was weird. Didn't need it, but okay. C runs to thank Sonny for saving his life. He gets to the bar where Sonny is, and it's packed. He finally sees Sonny in the back, and as he's trying to make his way to him, C notices another guy. Suspicious. Not smiling. Before he can do anything, he knows it's too late. This weird, suspicious guy pulls out a gun, shoots Sonny. And in our final scene, we see C at Sonny's funeral. Everyone is laughing, sharing stories. Nobody cares.
Right.
But then as everyone leaves, he takes a moment to say goodbye, and his dad actually comes in, and his dad says a few kind words and thanks Sonny, you know, for protecting his kid and saving his kid's life and all that. You know, and then we have that moment where it's, oh, somebody did care. You know, nice, wrapped up in a nice little package there. The end.
The end. Just another Bronx Tale.
Just another Bronx Tale.
All right. Do you want to do review questions or trivia first?
Do trivia first.
All right. Let's do it. I got a couple of Bronx Tale trivia, behind the scenes, what have yous. Starting with, the story was written by Chaz Palminteri.
Yes.
So he adapted it from an autobiographical one-man play that he did, you know, way back in the day and stuff. Chaz Palminteri's real name is, get this, Calogero Lorenzo Palminteri.
Really?
Yes. So there you go. Calogero. Several studios approached him to purchase the film rights, with at least one offering like $1 million, but he refused to sell unless he could write the screenplay and play the role of Sonny. None of the studios agreed. They wanted to hire different actors. Then De Niro offered to go 50-50 with all of the conditions met, as long as De Niro could direct and play Lorenzo. Of course, Palminteri agreed. Contract was settled on a handshake, because that's what you do when you're both guys from the neighborhood. Right?
There you go.
When De Niro
I actually like that story. That's kind of cool.
That is awesome, isn't it? When De Niro had trouble finding a suitable actor to play Eddie Mush, the terribly unlucky guy.
Yeah.
Which is
I hate that guy.
one of the best characters, man.
No.
So De Niro asked Chaz, like, because they couldn't find a guy, if they could find the real Eddie Mush, and they did. That's the real guy.
What?
Yeah, that's the guy that the character is based on and all that. His name is Eddie Montanaro. They found him in the neighborhood, the same neighborhood, still losing bets. After casting him, they became worried that Mush would jinx the film. On his first day of filming, it rained. I love this. De Niro wanted Palminteri to be involved in every aspect of production. He was there for casting, scouting locations, editing, and sound mixing. So you can blame him for the Moody Blues.
I'm sorry. I like that song. I just don't want to hear it when a bunch of jerk kids are beating up other kids.
Yeah.
I stand by my statement.
Casting scouts searched New York City and Long Island for a teenager to play the role of Calogero. A scout noticed, and I think his name is Lilo or Lilo, but I'm pretty sure it's Lilo Brancato. On Jones Beach is where they found him. Quick side note, used to hang out with a kid who dated him way back in the day, which is just weird. He had done, I guess, for his childhood, he would impersonate Bob De Niro after seeing him, you know, in movies and stuff like that, and was often told that he resembled De Niro a little bit. When he did the impersonation for The Scout, he became one of 2 actors in the final for the role, and of course, we know he got it. Catherine Narducci, who played his mother, brought her son to the open casting call for young Calogero, and when she saw the role of the mother was available, she auditioned and got the part. And
there you go.
Her son did not. How about that?
Sorry, kid.
That's right.
That's life for you.
Let's see here. Philip whatever, Italian last name. The actor who played Sonny's killer at the end of the movie was the other finalist to play teenage Calogero.
Okay.
So when he lost out on it, they made him the murderer at the end. Of course, Calogero conflicted about race. It's the 60s. When riding in the car to firebomb the black neighborhood, the music that's playing is Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower.
Yeah, I remember that.
Of course, it's, you know, they did it on purpose. It's a black musician's cover of a white man's song.
Yeah.
Jimmy's favorite, at the time he said it was his favorite musician, Bob Dylan, right? And of course, the theme of the song, if you didn't know, is a warning about dire consequences. Also, 6 deaths in the movie. It's probably like one of the lower body counts in mob movies, right?
Yeah, kind of disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. So there's a little bit of trivia, behind the scenes stuff from A Bronx Tale. Now it is time for one of my favorite parts of the whole thing, is your questions. Starting with, did you like the title of the movie in the movie? I mean, how do you get more perfect? It's just another Bronx Tale. Come on. How do you want this to happen? You're not going to get it more organically.
You're right. There was no way that would show up any other way in this movie.
I ask you
fine.
almost every time, what is your favorite one you think that you've come across? Where
The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. of
Yeah,
course. Okay.
because I was like, oh my gosh, that's why they call this movie that. It was fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Did you like it?
I did like it.
Good mob movie?
Solid.
Solid. And
Yeah.
that is I think the general consensus, like, because this is no Goodfellas or The Godfather or something like that. But A Bronx Tale is a solid one. All of Sonny's lessons,
Yeah, and I will admit, like, I was conflicted through this movie, 'cause
As you're
I
supposed
gotta,
to be.
I gotta figure out, what character I dislike. Besides the kids, that one was easy.
Besides the kids, yeah. Oh my God.
Those bratty kids, like, just no,
The
absolutely
worst.
not. You think you're tough. No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely not.
It is they you feel like you need to make a decision between
Yeah,
the father or Sonny,
Exactly.
and you don't.
No, you don't. But I feel, I was torn through it because there were parts where, like, I really wanted to dislike Sonny, but, he's a smart man. And I liked the lessons that he was, teaching C and everything. But his dad was teaching him good lessons, too.
He ruined the
you know?
Yankees, though. That's a strike. He ruined the Yankees. Like, that sucks. It's such a bummer.
But it's funny in the movie how that happens and how he doesn't care anymore.
Dad and the kid bonding over the Yankees, and then this guy comes along, and not only does he drive a wedge into me, he ruins the friggin' Yankees for That's terrible. All right. Did you have a favorite quote, a favorite line, anything?
No, I mean, I really, really like the idea of, like, hey, for $20, you don't have to worry about that kid anymore.
Great lesson.
It is.
Some of these lessons are awesome.
Not something that I would ever think about, but I was like, oh my gosh, there have been people in my life like that. And it was like, they were making it easy for me. Why did I, let it even bother me?
So I usually don't answer these questions, but I got to tell you what my favorite line is. Can you guess what my favorite line might be from this movie?
Who said it?
Sonny.
Okay, no.
My favorite line in this whole entire movie is, click, now you can't leave.
Okay.
That is the best.
That's a good scene.
Is that scene now? I mean, we kind of glossed over with the bikers and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
just
that.
mentioned it in passing after it had already happened in the movie and everything.
That's an amazing scene, isn't
Yeah.
it? And it's just like,
It is, because
tried.
these guys are acting tough and all of this, and they're being disrespectful, and they come into Sonny's bar and all that, and they're like, we just want to drink, and this guy's giving us a hard time because of how we're dressed, and Sonny's like, okay, cool, you can
Couple
have
of
a
beers,
drink,
fine,
it's
yeah.
fine, no problem. And then when they disrespect the bar and make a mess and start acting like idiots,
The fool.
Yeah, he locks the door.
Now you can't leave.
Yep. After he asked them to leave, and they wouldn't. So now they can't.
Yep. And that is, I mean, one of the shortest quotes. That is my favorite quote,
It's a good one.
Maybe I am Groot.
Yeah.
But now you can't leave is just, oh my God, that's awesome. There was probably no quotes you had already heard coming into this from this movie, right? Okay,
no.
cool. We'll get to what you knew about it in just a second. Favorite character? Do you have one? Is it Sonny? Is it Calogero? Is it Lorenzo?
It would probably be Sonny.
Sonny?
Yeah. Again, I wanted to dislike him so much, but he made some good points. And then, I mean, you do have that struggle when, he makes it clear that he can't trust anyone and treats the kid like garbage, and
Nobody
acts,
cares.
It just ruffles some feathers there,
That's right.
I guess.
That's right. All right. Is there a cringe level in this? I mean, the racial tension in this is definitely, but is it cringe? I don't.
I wouldn't call it cringe. I feel like that's
It's tense.
tense.
Leave it right there.
Tense is a
Leave
good
it
thing
right
to
there.
say, yeah.
Title of the movie in the movie. You said.
It works.
Where do you rank
It
it at?
works.
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
10 being Green Mile.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 there.
Okay. Do you have a worst one? That's what I really should have asked you before. Like, hey, think about it.
No, I know there are, and it's usually the ones that like when it's a single word that's gonna be repeated a million times, where you can't really count it.
Like The Matrix.
Yeah, like that. You can't do that.
That don't count.
No.
All right. What did you know about A Bronx Tale heading in?
Knew I had to deal with mobsters.
All right, that's it.
I figured New York City.
Okay. What were your thoughts going in?
Honestly, with it being like mobsters and gangsters and stuff like that, I was expecting a little bit more Goodfellas and The
There's
Godfather
a different approach to this, right?
and all of that. So, I actually had different expectations, which was a little bad because I think it made this movie, again, it's a solid movie, but I think it made me not disappointed.
You were
but
looking for some shooting and gangsters and slapping and bada bings.
yeah, a little bit. So it was just a different story than what I was expecting.
All right. Yeah, this one is sort of mob adjacent as opposed to
Yes.
like, you're not right in the middle of everything and stuff like
And
that.
and I do have to say something. It's been bothering me this entire review and all of that. I did like the movie. Again, it's a solid movie. I would watch it again. I know that question is coming up, but
coming
I
up.
have to say this.
The Moody Blues just killed it for you.
No, but I do think that there were certain things in the movie that were trying to make it more passionate, more fluffy, artsy, and things like that, where it was,
Few things a little forced, do you think?
yes,
Okay.
a little too much.
You bumped into a couple of things.
Yes, I bumped into a handful of
Okay.
things, yes.
All right. What surprised you?
The things I bumped into? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Again, I assumed more mobster, gangster kind of stuff.
So the mob adjacent part surprised you.
me,
That was
yeah.
that was the biggest
Yeah.
surprise, probably, of course.
Yes.
All right. Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger?
I'm pretty sure I would not have liked it very much younger. I wouldn't have cared for the story and then no mobster gangster stuff there. So I probably would have had a hard time
Should
with
we
that.
still call this a mobster movie? I mean,
Yeah.
I think we do, right?
Yeah.
With Sonny and the whole nine
I
yards.
like the
and
way you've been saying it's adjacent. Like that's
mob
perfect,
adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Least favorite part?
Least favorite part. Well,
I think we know.
I definitely didn't like the racial tension and those scenes,
Yeah,
especially
that-
when those kids were just being terrible.
When the little kids are dropping that word, that's the roughest thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeesh.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy.
And I would say that I really disliked Sonny dying, but we kind of knew that was going to happen.
It felt like somebody had to die at the end of this
and
movie,
him,
right?
he's the main character and he's the main mob boss in this area. He's going to die.
Especially when somebody put something on his car.
Yeah.
So that's kind of already
But even
subliminally
before that,
implanted there, I think. Yeah.
he's going to die.
Yeah. All right. Favorite part?
Kids getting what was coming to them.
Yeah, the revenge or the
I wouldn't say that's my favorite
the
part.
F
I just
around and
don't
find
like-
out part.
Yeah. The scene is terrible too, but it's all terrible. I don't know. I do like the moments, with Sonny and C, but also C and his dad, and you get to see those two different relationships. I hate though, like that fight scene. Put that with the least favorite parts too, where Sonny's got the seats down by the front of the ring.
Oh yeah.
And Lorenzo's got the seats up in the nosebleeds and all of that, and you can tell that C wants to be hanging out with Sonny.
Yeah.
And like,
Let's go get the good seats.
I get it, but like I also get the dad's point of view
Right.
and all of that. And then C kind of like mopes, and it's just like, I get it, you're a kid. That's what you're gonna
Yeah,
do because
yeah.
you don't understand. And I kind of felt bad for the dad there,
It's a heavy scene.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Put that with the least favorite.
put that with
again.
the
Throw
least
that over
favorite there?
Yeah.
All right. What did you say your favorite one was?
I like the scenes where it's like Sonny and
Yeah, those
C
guys,
and
right.
Lorenzo and C.
My favorite scene? Now you can't leave.
That's right.
That's just it's just so bullies getting kind of what's coming to them.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Would you recommend
Other
it?
people effing around and finding out.
That's right. Would you recommend it to someone who hasn't seen it?
Yes, of course.
Watch it again. You already said yes.
Yep.
Is it a stop and watch if it's on TV movie?
Probably, depending on what I'm doing that day.
It sure was when TV was a thing. Are you happy you watched it?
Yes, I'm very happy I watched it.
Does it hold up? I know that one kind of doesn't because it's set in the past as it is. So, it's 1968 in the movie. So it's not really like if it was set in 1993 when they made it, I think the question makes more sense and all of that stuff. But all right.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
We'll just scratch that.
It's a weird, yeah, it is. It's a weird question for this particular movie. All right, excellent. That is Naomi's Under a Rock review, knowing almost nothing going into this about A Bronx Tale, except for the fact that Chaz Palminteri plays Shorty in Modern Family.
Yeah, that I knew.
Naomi definitely knew that.
I saw his picture, and I was like, hey, that's that guy.
Absolutely nailed that one.
Yeah.
All right, that is the review.
All right, you were talking about stopping and watching this on TV and TV being a thing and all of that.
Yeah.
It's time for Thought of the Day.
You gonna sing with me?
No.
And I love the snippet you chose for Nights in White Sand.
I'm never rewatching this
pulling that
episode,
clip.
by the way. Please don't.
I'm pulling that clip so much.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
going to be the number one of
don't.
our clips on TikTok and stuff tomorrow.
No.
Oh, I love you.
That's the part that gets stuck in my head.
I can't wait to watch it back. It's going to be so much fun. Thought of the day. Thought of the day. It's your thought of the day. Oh, I love you. All right, let's go. Lay it on us.
All right, we're talking about TV, you jerk. All right. In the 80s and 90s, an entire family sitting in the living room watching TV instead of chatting was seen as a sign of social decay.
Right.
Today, an entire family sitting in the living room watching TV together instead of each lost in their own screen is seen as a sign of social bonding.
How about that?
Yeah. Oh, how the times have changed.
Oh, how the turntables. Anyway. That's a good segue, I think, into some dad jokes. What do you think?
Luke, you're going to leave us with a laugh.
I'm going to do my best. How do you stop a bull from charging?
I don't know.
Cancel its credit card.
That's so stupid. That's like one of the worst dad jokes out there.
All right, this is a question for the audience. Am I the only man my wife has dated?
You want to try again?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Am I the only one my wife has ever dated? I don't know why it's written this way. Somebody wrote it down incorrectly. It wasn't me because I copied and pasted. Am I the only one my wife has ever dated? Unfortunately, yes. The others were all 9s and 10s.
Okay.
Yeah, you see where I was going with that?
Yeah.
Until whoever typed it. Really, I swear to God, it wasn't me. All right. And finally, this is terrible. What do you call someone who tells dad jokes but isn't a dad?
What?
A faux pas.
That's what you are.
A faux pas.
Yeah.
Faux pas. All right.
Stop.
That's about enough, I think. I think everybody's about done with that.
I think so too. We've all had a great time. Now it's time to go away for about a week.
Just a week.
What happens.
Just a week this time.
Yes,
So
yes.
that we don't come back like this again.
No, taking even like 1 week off is a bad idea for us. 2, disastrous.
Faux pas. I love it. All right, that's 137. That's Naomi's Under a Rock review of A Bronx Tale. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching, hanging out, following, all that stuff. If you're not following or subscribed, please do so. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's all Luke and Naomi on air. Especially that YouTube page. Need to pump those subscribers up because that's what we do, I guess.
Yeah. Why not?
That's what they say that we have to say.
That's right.
Nobody told us that, I swear. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. So hit that subscribe button. You can get alerts every time we post anything on the YouTube page, including the clip of Naomi singing.
Please do not do this. Stop.
I've never been more serious in my life. That's happening. And we'll discuss the fallout from it on episode 138 next week.
I already know what I'm doing. You're all in trouble.
Yeah.
Done.
You know what movie we're doing? Is that what you mean?
Nope.
You just know what you're going to say next week? You're all it's not their fault. They're
going to watch it because you're going to put it up.
I might get
End
this done
this
tonight.
now.
No, I want to linger in this moment. This is wonderful. All right. That is going to do it for episode 137. Thank you again for coming back and hanging out through all of this nonsense. And if you're listening at double speed, that's got to be even crazier sounding right now, right? Especially Naomi singing. Because
What? Oh,
Almost got her to cuss there. Okay, that's it. Luke and Naomi on air everywhere. Check out the website, lukeandnaomi.com. And I'm sorry. Until next week, have some fun and be excellent to each other. Love you. Bye. Oh, my goodness. I got the wrong mouse. Here, let's do it. Peace out.